All right, hello folks, Joe Cabello Sorensen here. I am a worldwide trainer for the use of chlorine dioxide, vapor, and liquid for residential and commercial establishments, and I'm also a consultant for the use of chlorine dioxide. Today we're going to be talking about and showing you how to use the 1,000 gram kit, which has a part A and part B. If you've seen the video for the 200 gram kit, it had a part A and part B. The difference being, let me bring this up here so you can see it. These are larger. There's a part A and a part B. Okay, so the difference with doing a 1,000 gram kit is, one, it takes 1.5 gallons of water. So I like using gallons instead of liters, and it's right over here. I love these buckets from Lowe's because they tell you how much water you have in there so that you never make a mistake. Here's 1.5 gallons. Now, the difference with this is because of the size of the kit, you got to mix part A in one bucket and part B in a second bucket. So I have a 3-gallon bucket over here, the red one, and I have my 5-gallon bucket over here. So my 3-gallon bucket I'll use for part B, and my 5-gallon bucket I'll use for part A. And what I'll do is I'll do 3/4 of a gallon of water in each bucket, mix them up, and then I'm going to pour part A into part B. And you're going to be able to watch as I wear my, so I always have a pair of scissors, just like we talked about. I always have my CO2 meter right here. So this measures CO2 in the air, chlorine dioxide in the air. Because it's going to tell me when I need my respirator and when it's safe to go in there without a respirator, which means it's safe for the homeowner or the business owner to go back into the building. And we'll be showing how that works also. I always wear a splash resistant suit only because I don't want to bleach my clothes like I've done to my pants right here when I wasn't wearing it. So wear a splash resistant suit. It's not going to hurt your skin. But I do wear gloves whenever I'm using chlorine dioxide because it is drying to your skin. It's not going to hurt it, but it's drying. So I wear gloves. And of course, my full face, most important part, my full face respirator with my gas cartridges. And these cartridges are, you can get them on Amazon or any, just look up 3M 60923 cartridges. These are gas vapor cartridges. And so the number is 60923 by 3M, okay? And so you can see the magenta color on them right there. So I keep them in here, so whenever I'm not using them, there's no air getting to them. They last longer. I know that they're ready to replace when I can get a slight smell of chlorine dioxide as I'm breathing with my respirator on. So I always carry 2 extra pair, always, with me. Because you never know when you're going to need to replace them, because there's not a timer that goes off, it's your nose. I want to go over something real quick. I understand that when you're wearing a full face respirator, and make sure in your company you're getting fit tested and all the things you're supposed to do. Me being a trainer, I have a goatee. You're not supposed to have a goatee when you're wearing these. You don't get a complete seal. I'm not out in the field every day working. I'm not going to sue myself, but you're not supposed to have a goatee because you don't get a complete seal when you're wearing a respirator. I just want you to know that because I might get those questions, and I'm just telling everybody I'm just here training. I'm going to be showing you how to use it today. So let's get right to it. Let me suit up, get my mask on, and let's set up a 1,000 gram kit. The reason it's called that, there's 500 grams in part A, 500 grams in part B, which equals 1,000. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, folks, here we go. I'm going to pour 3/4 gallons of water into my 5-gallon bucket for part A, which is 3 quarts of water. And I'm going to pour another 3/4 gallons of water into my 3-gallon bucket, the red bucket, which is 3 quarts of water right there. It's what I like about these measured buckets. It makes it real simple. Okay, now we're going to mix part A first. There you go, part A. You can see I have a garbage can or a trash bag, I mean, beside me where I throw all the trash. I'm going to take it out of the silver packet. And of course, I'm going to knead it to make sure there's no lumps in it. So you just want to make sure that there's no lumps anywhere, right? You just fill around with your fingers, move it around, try to break it up the best you can before you pour it into the water. If you notice, you can see I have plastic on the floor. I'm protecting the floor, and I'm out in the garage right now doing this training for you. Sometimes these plastic bags will have a little indentation on the side, and you can just tear it open. And sometimes they don't, so I always have a pair of scissors with me to make it easy to open. Okay, so you pour part A into the bucket, to the 5-gallon bucket. And this time I'm going to do something different than my other videos. I'm going to use my drill with a paint mixer on the end. Now you really want to be careful when you do this if you're going to do it. And that's why I only do this in a garage and I put plastic down because you can splash water. Now it's not so bad when you're mixing part A. That's not going to do anything. But once you get part B, when you're mixing that, if you're using a drill, then you got to be very careful. And when you're mixing part B into part A. This just makes it a little bit quicker. I don't suggest you do it if you're not used to using a drill with a paint mixer. And usually I mix for, for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, up to a minute. It just depends. When I'm using a drill, it's a little bit less time. And you're never going to get all the sediment on the bottom for part A to dissolve completely. Sometimes it will dissolve, sometimes it doesn't. Now I'm just going to show you how you can mix it by hand and go around and around, use it and mix it really well by hand. So remember, you're never going to get all the sediment out mixed thoroughly in part A. Part B, it's going to dissolve completely. Okay, so now we're going to mix part B into the 3-gallon bucket, the red bucket. And I like using a 3-gallon bucket when I'm doing this in case there's any foaming going on or anything like that. I just like having enough room to not have any problems. Part B, very important that you break up any of the chunks that might be in there. Most of the time it's completely already sifted and there are no chunks, but you'll get some popping action if you don't break up the chunks in this. It'll pop a little bit. It's not going to hurt you or do anything, but you don't want that to happen. So you just want to mix it up. Make sure you break up all the chunks and make sure you mix it real well before you pour it in to part A, because that's when you're really going to get like some popping going, because if there's any chunks, it's going to like hit the water and kind of like explode a little bit, not like explode like an explosion, but just make sure you're mixing that up real good and you're not going to have any trouble. Out of the thousands of jobs we've done, we haven't had any trouble by doing it this way. Knock it down, grab your scissors, have a trash bag by you so you're not making a mess anywhere. You're not getting any of the powder on the ground. You see how much plastic I got down on the ground there, and it's only 0.7. It's painter's plastic. Pour it in slowly. Grab your mixer. Now you can use a whisk, you can use a stick. It doesn't matter what you use to stir with. I happen to like these paint mixers because they have that flat bottom, and I can, if I gotta like break anything up, I can do it with the flat bottom. So you can use a paint stick, you can use a whisk. Just remember, if you're using a metal whisk, it's going to rust if you don't clean it off. So use one of those rubber whisks. And this mixes up fairly quick. Within 30 seconds it's mixed up, or before. Like it's almost instant when the part B mixes. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to pour part B into part A, and this is where the magic happens. You're going to see it turn like a dark yellow color. So it starts vaporizing right away. See how it's turning yellow and it's getting darker and darker. Grab my mixer, and I'll probably mix those two together for between 15 and 30 seconds. It's a couple of turns and it's pretty well mixed. Now the tape on the side of the bucket is because when I put my efficiency system hose into the bucket, that hose hanging off the side there, I want it off the bottom of the bucket about a half of an inch to an inch. So because I don't want it sitting in the sediment, because sometimes it will clog that hose because there's some sediment on the bottom. So if you just tape it to the side of the bucket like I'm going to show you, and the reason I have two pieces is just in case I mess up one piece, I have a second piece. Because you know how hard it is to get tape, off of a tape roll when you have gloves on. So I'm going to put it in there, let it stay off the bottom about a half inch, tape it to the side, turn on the efficiency system, and there you go. The reason for an efficiency system is because the reason we use those is because it would take 60 hours to completely deplete a 1,000-gram kit. With an efficiency system, we're done, between 9 and 12 hours. See it? There it goes. It's bubbling, doing good. If there was a lot of light shining on it, you would actually see the vapor coming out of the bucket. That's what I'm trying to show you right here. But you can see a little bit of yellow at the top. But when there's light shining across, it looks like it actually looks like a fire. It looks like smoke coming out of there. All right, and there you go.